A months-long investigation into a death at Winnebago County's jail ends. The state's attorney looked into whether jail staff should be charged. Plus, technology will soon give Rockford area patients upgraded at-home care. A local health system explains the options available from the soon-to-launch program. And dozens of state-line restaurants share the results of an effort to honor veterans. The head of the nonprofit on the receiving end says its mission wouldn't happen without help from the community.
Live from WTVO 17, this is Eyewitness News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Eric Wilson. Mimi is off tonight. No charges are filed after the investigation into a death at the Winnebago County Jail. Back in March, Kayla McGavran was booked for a drug arrest. Investigators say while she was in custody, another inmate somehow gave her cocaine. McGavran took the drug and had a seizure. Emergency crews took her to the hospital. She was examined and released back to the jail. The next morning, a corrections officer found her unresponsive. McGavran was pronounced dead at the hospital. State's Attorney Jay Hanley says the details of the case do not support charges of involuntary manslaughter or official misconduct against any jail employee. 2 state-line officers are taken to a hospital after being exposed to drugs. Around 12:30 this morning, Freeport police were called to a parking lot on West Galena Avenue for a man slumped over on a curb. At the scene, officers found Austin Bardell. Police tried to see if he was okay. They say he became combative. While they were arresting the 25-year-old, 2 officers were exposed to heroin and cocaine. Those officers were treated and released from a local hospital. Bardell's accused of possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance, battery to a police officer, and a few other charges. He is in the Stevenson County Jail. Rockford area patients could soon get hospital-level care without leaving home. It's part of OSF St. Anthony's new digital hospital option. Taylor Castro talked with members of the OSF team. Taylor, what can patients expect?
Yeah, Eric, this program was launched down in Peoria about a year and a half ago. It could be an option to reduce stress both for patients and nurses. In early 2024, OSF St. Anthony Medical Center in Rockford will launch their digital hospital. The care team will be screening patients who are over 18 based on how close they live to the hospital, insurance coverage, and clinical and social test results. Whether it's a video call or an x-ray, nurses are training to care for patients in the comfort of their home, making at least 2 in-person visits a day. There's a tablet, internet connection, and backup power source to connect the patient to their care team without being in a hospital setting.
Patients enjoy being in their home space, being nearby their pets, their loved ones. They can control their visitor volume and flow, and they have, the comforts of home, like their bed or their favorite recliner.
OSF is recruiting nurses ahead of the launch in Rockford. You can find more information on our website, mystateline.com. Eric?
Thanks, Taylor. Some Illinois workers will see a pay increase next month. January 1st, the state's minimum wage goes up to $14 an hour. This is Illinois' 6th increase since 2019. It's part of the state's gradual rise toward a $15 an hour minimum wage. That benchmark will hit in 2025. Business owners worry about what the increase will do to their bottom lines. One says he already paid his workers more than minimum. Now he may have to raise prices to make up the difference.
You need employees, so which I'm always good. It's less for the house, which I could care less. My team is who makes everything happen here, so without them, I'm not here.
Tipped workers' minimum wage goes up to $8.40 an hour for people younger than 18 and working less than 650 hours in a calendar year. Their pay will rise to $12 an hour. A former University of Illinois football player tries to get a student-athlete Bill of Rights passed. The proposal would grant those students increased protections both in the locker room and in the classroom. Those protections were broadened after allegations against Northwestern University's football program came out in the summer. Now the bill prevents college athletes from having their scholarships revoked or facing other kinds of retaliation if they speak out against their teams.
But we also have to make sure that they're protected from retaliation, that if things are going wrong, that they can whistleblow without having to suffer the consequence of losing their scholarship and things like that.
The bill did not get called for a vote when lawmakers were in Springfield this fall. Representative Cam Buckner, who you just heard there, expects to try again in the spring. Thousands of dollars are coming to help a state-line veterans organization serve former military members. Vets Roll unveiled the grand total raised for its annual Veterans Day Week fundraiser. More than 50 Culver's restaurants in southern Wisconsin and northern Illinois participated in the event. From November 4th to November 11th, each store chose one day to dedicate 11% of their sales to Vets Roll. The effort raised more than $55,000 this year. Vets Roll's founder says without community support, the group wouldn't be able to accomplish its mission.
It takes a lot of money, a lot of effort, but a lot of money to run our program. People maybe don't realize the scope of what Vets Roll does during the course of the year. It's not just a 4-day trip in May that we do for the vets. I mean, we do things all year long, and this allows us to do it. There's no tax dollars involved. There's no corporate sponsors.
This is the 12th year Culver's has partnered with Vets Roll for the fundraiser. 'Tis the season to head home for the holidays. Almost 3.5 million people are expected to pass through Chicago's airports this Christmas season. Today is expected to be the busiest day at O'Hare. Chicago's Department of Aviation warns travelers to build a little extra time into your plans to make your flight.
Plan. Give yourself enough time to commute to and from the airports. We always like to say arrive to the airport 2 hours before your flight. That doesn't mean leave your house 2 hours before your flight.
Midway's busiest day is expected to be the day after Christmas. Tomorrow's the last day to snag an Eyewitness News ornament when you head out to Rockford's Festival of Lights. Meteorologist Jordan Wolf will be live from Sinisippi Park when the lights turn on at 5. The first 100 cars that go through the displays will get an ornament. Festival of Lights is lit up every night now leading up to Christmas. The entire display with thousands of twinkling lights is completely free and runs on donations. In fact, donations to Festival of Lights help pay for the 4th of July fireworks. Keep an eye out for the donation box at the top of the hill across from the golf course. Members of Congress head home for the holidays. After the break, concerns rise as many believe next year's agenda will create some challenges for those on Capitol Hill. And coming up at 6, Rockford's designated as a dementia-friendly community. A special movie showing celebrates the occasion.
We had some sunshine out there this afternoon, our last sunny day for a while as the cloud cover and eventually rain showers move back in. A look at when to expect the rain to fall coming up in the First Warn forecast a little later.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team with Eric Wilson, Mimi Murphy, Scott Leber, and Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
As lawmakers head home for Christmas break, many are frustrated about what Congress didn't accomplish. Those raising concerns say 2023 was chaotic and unproductive. That could set up a challenging agenda for the year ahead. Washington, D.C. correspondent Hannah Brandt digs into why.
In a year where fighting in Congress seemed nonstop, there is one thing leaders of both parties agree on.
We saw a year marked by chaos, extremism, and paralysis.
I'm not very happy with how productive the Senate has been this year.
House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries says Republicans are to blame, accusing them of wasting time with contentious battles over selecting a speaker, censuring fellow lawmakers, and an impeachment inquiry into President Biden.
We've seen repeated efforts by MAGA extremists to jam their right-wing ideology down the throats of the American people.
And because Congress failed to reach deals on several big priorities, Senator Mark Warner says they're left with an agenda packed full of tough issues for 2024.
We go into next year with not only the challenges around, the Ukraine and border and Israel and humanitarian aid funding, but also not one, but two potential budget disasters.
Congress is set to come back the second week in January, which will give them just days to pass a funding package to avoid a government shutdown.
Without bipartisanship, we will not get anything done.
Senate Leader Chuck Schumer is urging House Speaker Mike Johnson to work with Democrats.
Embracing the hard right philosophy is a path to nowhere.
And Senator Mitch McConnell says the sooner the parties can reach a budget compromise, the better.
We need to reach an agreement on the top line and get about getting an outcome as soon as possible.
In Washington, I'm Hannah Brandt.
We have started our pre-Christmas warm-up. 40s today, likely again tomorrow. Up next, temperatures could go even higher by the weekend. Just watch out for some rain in the meantime. That's all part of Candace's forecast.
Now, your First Warn weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Well, we had lots of sunshine earlier today, and that'll likely be our last sunny day we have for a while, as the cloud cover already moving back in and going to stay with us for the next several days. From that, we are also going to see several rainy days. No snow, at least in the near term, as we look to be on the warmer side of things. In fact, one of the warmer Christmases we've had in quite some time. Things are pretty quiet out there, as we've got the cloud cover that'll stay with us as temperatures are dropping back through the 30s, 36 right now in Rockford, 34 in Freeport, 32 in Rochelle. We did have a cold front just to the north of us earlier today, but that front now working just south and actually sits just south there of Highway 20. You can see the southerly winds where numbers are still in the 50s across central and southern Illinois, and that's why we're dropping through the 30s. But that boundary becomes kind of the focus for numerous systems to work through, which is why, one, we've got cloud cover, and two, we're going to see the rain showers, the first of which could move in tomorrow evening, but mostly stay in the form of some drizzle and some light sprinkles. Heavier rainfall, well, I shouldn't say heavy, steadier rain comes in then by Friday morning and will stay with us Friday afternoon. Low pressure just off the west coast. You've got a strengthening southern branch of the jet stream, and that's what's going to move and kind of drive that system closer to us here as we look into the weekend. So as we go through time, temperatures will briefly drop into the 20s, but then I think as the cloud cover continues to thicken up, we'll see those numbers rise into the low 30s for tomorrow morning. Despite the clouds, we should still be able to manage at least 40 degrees, if not low 40s in a couple of spots. But as we slowly bring in that moisture, we are going to see some drizzle and a light rain shower late afternoon, right around sunset or so. We'll continue with that going early Friday, but notice the rain over spreading mid to late morning on Friday, and that'll continue into the afternoon. Maybe about a quarter of an inch coming up with this. So it's not a lot of rain coming in on Friday, but there could be some pockets of a little bit more steady or heavier pockets kind of embedded within that. This will carry over through sunset Friday night. We'll likely hang on to some drizzle, even going into the day on Saturday, but Saturday doesn't look like we'll see anything measurable, but we may continue with that cloud cover. A couple of peaks of sunshine possible. Despite that, though, temperatures are still near 50 degrees. Got a little ridge of high pressure that builds in on Saturday. Rain chances then increase again. This actually being pushed back a little on Sunday. So we'll hold on to the cloud cover, maybe some drizzle, some fog throughout Sunday, and then some rain coming in Sunday night and most likely through Monday. So if you're traveling, driving back and forth on Monday, we've got rain, the system's slowing down, and that looks to carry over into Tuesday too. Now with that increase in moisture, we're likely also going to see some areas of fog, and throughout that time could be some dense fog too. So just got to pay attention to the forecast, especially late weekend, early next week. 40 for tomorrow after dropping down to 29 degrees tonight. When we look at our past Christmases, the ones that have been 50 degrees or warmer, there's only been 5 of them since 1905, which is when records began here in Rockford. The most recent 2021, where we hit a temperature of 51, 59, the record high for December 25th, and that was set back in 2019. So to say that this is a rarity, yes, it is, because we don't have very many days, December 25th days, where those temperatures hit the 50s, and we've got a string of them coming in. We're back into the 40s there as we head into next week.
Thank you, Candace. Scott is in next with sports. Bears fans have had enough of offensive coordinator Luke Getsy. We'll get Matt Eberflus's take on Getsy. And Scott fills us in on how the Fighting Illini and the Northern Illinois University Huskies did on National Signing Day.
Now sports with sports director Scott Lever.
The Bears made huge strides on defense this season. The offense, not so much. The offense's inability to put many points on the board in Cleveland last week was the latest example. Matt Eberflus was pressed today by reporters on the offense's struggles and the job offensive coordinator Luke Getsy has done.
Well, we're going to assess all those things at the end, and again, we got to play these games right here, right now. So we're going to focus on being our best when our best is required, and that's required today, right today.
How would you assess Luke in particular, what he's done in his role as OC?
Yeah, I love Luke. He's a great leader, in terms of the room, and and then, like I said, I'll evaluate everything at the end. We're constantly evaluating things every single day.
And the Packers are looking for improvement on both sides of the ball this week after their big letdown against the Buccaneers. Jordan Love has been inconsistent throughout the season and even from quarter to quarter at times, but he says he believes he is growing as a quarterback.
for me personally, I think it's definitely been a process that, I think I've been getting better every week, and just understanding little scenarios better, understanding the plays better, where to go with the ball, just kind of situational awareness, things like that. But I think it's been a learning process for me, and every week I've been, growing.
We have an NFL doubleheader coming up on Fox 39 Sunday. There are some inaccurate TV listings out there regarding the first game at noon. Some listings say we'll have the Vikings-Lions game. It's actually a Packers-Panthers game. The second game will be the Cardinals against the Bears. This was National Signing Day in college football. 19 players signed with the Fighting Illini. All but 4 of them were from out of state. And the signees include 7 linemen and quarterback Trey Petty of Starkville, Mississippi. It's one of the Illini's strongest classes in the last 15 years.
And to have 3 signing classes in a row that have ranked among the best in Illinois history since I've been taking them. Notoriety of this is pretty special. It's a really big day.
NIU got written commitments from 18 players. One is 6'4" quarterback Kenny Luth of Rockland, California. He passed for 2,300 yards and 30 touchdowns this past season, and he was intercepted only twice. Luth led his team to a 10-2 season. Another key signee for the Huskies was running back Amir Smith of Santee, South Carolina. He rushed for 1,700 yards and 31 touchdowns this past season. Huskies also got commitments from several very large offensive linemen. The Bulls will host LeBron James and the Lakers tonight. The Lakers won the NBA Cup in-season tournament, but otherwise they've been mediocre. And the Ice Hogs are in San Diego tonight to play the Gulls. The Hogs have never beaten the Gulls, and that includes 2 losses to them here earlier this month. That's sports. We'll be right back.
There are certainly a lot of 40s and 50s on this forecast for what is essentially the last week of December, pretty close to it.
Yeah, I was looking back at, this stretch last year of December, and remember we had a couple 30s, the 20th, 21st, 22nd, and then we had a really strong cold front.
I do remember it got
Temperatures
pretty cold.
Dropped, in a hurry. We were had a high of 2 below. I think it was Christmas Eve day. It might have been the day before, but it was cool. And when you look at the numbers here, what a difference it makes.
It's like this could be November.
Yeah, we've got several
Early
days
November.
of 50s and rain, some heavier rainfall through the weekend.
Thanks, Candace, and thank you for spending some of your time with us. Stay safe.